Welcome to this love morning, let's all sing a song. I'm making it up right now, so there's no way to sing along. But if we share what's in our hearts and sing it like it's true, I'm sure there'll be something that resonates deep down with you. 'Cause it's love morning now. It's love morning. I'll show you how. We share some things we're grateful for. We keep our feet on the floor. We have a time together and we sing. And that's when we just type a few things that we bring. Welcome, and thank you for bringing your presence, your gratitude, your connection. Hi, I'm John Halcyon Stin, and this is a daily practice, an opportunity to remember that we are connected to like-minded, open-hearted people, to remember that we have the opportunity as we go through our days to be love ambassadors and to seek opportunities to just connect, just be a little bit intentional in our actions, even if there's a building narrative in the news and out there of it's a cold world and there's so much to be saddened by and distressed by. There is also, yes, and there is so much to celebrate. So much to just be in wonder and awe about. And top of the list is fellow humans. So if you are here, live or watching this recording, please say hello, leave a comment. Let us know that, yeah, I am here. And I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for this beverage. I am grateful for the sleep from the last night, or the skin that was next to me in bed, hopefully your partner and not a stranger that you woke up with. Well, I don't say hopefully a stranger. If it's a stranger, hopefully just stranger, meaning someone that you met last night and you just don't know them well. I'm just hoping that you didn't wake up with a person that mistook your home for theirs, wandered in, crawled in bed with you. But you know what? What if you click, and what if you hit it off, and what if that person becomes your soulmate? And what a story that will be to tell your kids how you met. Your father, he crawled into my bed not knowing that he was in my home and not his. And you know what? Next thing you know, I'm cooking him pancakes. The rest is history. Oh, Mom. So welcome. Thanks for being a part of this day. Let's see if we got it working, if we're broadcasting live. I can't always tell right at first, but that's why I can't stay alive. There we go. Okay. Good morning, Brent. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Rob. And good morning, Razorblade, who's reminding me that it is not morning everywhere. It's 4 a.m. in Australia. And I thank you so much for reminding me that, because I love that awareness that we are sharing this moment wherever we are in these cycles of our day, wherever we are on this planet. As I like to say, it doesn't matter where your feet are, it matters where your heart is. And we can be connected, even if we're not sharing geographical space. Key is grateful to be done the first. Razorblade says, there's no place like home. Grateful to be flying home today after working for 2 weeks away. Glad you are back. Hey, Chris. Chris says, I'm grateful for not giving up today, for being persistent and seeing the beauty of others' persistence. Cheers to you, Chris. I am glad that you are here today. Good morning. Good morning, Joyous. Kai saying, done the first half of moving house from Oakland to San Francisco within spitting distance of the beach. I don't want to tell you what to do. I just think that you will be more popular with your neighbors if you do not spit. But awesome to be so close to the beach. I'm feeling a little silly today, it sounds like. Not sure if you've noticed that. Abigail says, I'm grateful for the time change, which allowed me to get an extra hour of sleep and get back on track with my sleep schedule. I'm live right now on YouTube and Facebook, so if you hear me talking to somebody that you are not hearing or seeing, that's why. This is not an Icarus mug, it is a Hug Nation mug. It has got the Hug Nation logo on it. The hugging people within a crest. I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but yeah, it's a little design I made. And I'm grateful that I get to see online, at least, Yanis and Betsy as we record a new episode of Stay Sparked today, right after this. I am grateful that Lisa is coming home tonight after being away for work for a couple days. I am so grateful for the unexpected joy that I have received from backing up hard drives. I've taken 3 old hard drives and put them all on one new bigger hard drive, and in the process I'm finding so much wonderful things, so many great memories and clips, and so it's so awesome to have it all in one place on one big hard drive, and to just see clips of my nephews as a kid, footage of my grandpa that I didn't remember I had. That was really cool. I found a video of me interviewing him at the beach, and the audio is not great because it's windy, but it's just cool to see us hanging out and talking at the beach. Thanks for the cheersiness. Chris is also feeling super sacred silly today. Silliness was a game changer for this guy, says Chris. Michelle is grateful for taking care of herself. Awesome. I am grateful that I finished up a little video that I think I'm going to put out today about my experience meeting Antonia Marquis, which you may have heard me talk about my gratitude for her over the weekend, but if you missed it, I had the best day ever on Saturday. I had Love Morning, and then recorded a podcast with Jimmy and Shonda. We did a review of Flash Gordon, which is now up on the Stay Sparked podcast, which also now has a Instagram page, so you can follow Stay Sparked on Instagram. And then went from there to First Saturdays, and we had just an epic First Saturdays. Lots of volunteers. LoveWorks organization was joining us that day, and they bring music and good vibes, and that went awesome. And then it went kind of long because we had a lot of clientele to serve, which is great. And then, so I kind of left a little bit early so I could get to this interview with a woman that reached out to me. And I was so excited to meet her because she's just this badass, Antonia Marquis. She's a singer, and she's a YouTuber and TikToker, and she's just all about positivity, good vibes, and love, and gratitude. And I'm like, I can't wait to meet her. And as soon as we started talking, realized we have met. She came to First Saturdays 10 years ago. She'd actually started following me on Facebook when she was 16 years old. And she shared with me what an inspiration I was to her, and I was like, holy crap, I mean, this woman is such a light. Like, I'm seeing the magical ripples that she's putting into the world, and then to hear that my ripples actually helped her to become this person, to inspire her to shine so brightly. It was just like really a peak moment among just this incredible day that I was having. So had a profound weekend of affirmation and of feeling like what you reap is what you sow, and there is so much value to the practice that we're doing here of gratitude and authenticity and connection, and just day after day after day, just trying to be the most truthful version of you, the most unapologetic, brilliant version of you, and it will have untold benefits to yourself, your community, the world. Yes. Good morning, Jennifer. Jennifer is grateful for possible rain today. It does not look like we've got the possibility of rain here, but we do have a possibility of leaf blowing. Not sure if you can hear that, but it is quite loud for me right now. Joyous is grateful for sharing so many moments in so many spaces, and especially including non-physical spaces of genuine, deep connection, exercising patience and growth. Nice. And Maria says, hello, I'm grateful for chocolate. I just bought flour, salt, dark chocolate. I almost ate the half of it. Grateful for a solo shopping afternoon and for enjoying solo activities. You know, we had a cool conversation in last night's gratitude circle at 6 p.m. in Zoom, and talking about food and being grateful for food, and whether it is, fine dining, or even if you have a Twinkie, like, if you are really being present and enjoying it and appreciating it, then it's a beautiful thing. I find myself sometimes falling into unconsciously eating, and to eating as a form of soothing, and just like mindlessly eating, or trying to just get stimulate, just like I just want to, like, a more feeling, and I'm working on it. I'm giving myself patience because I've also removed so many of my negative habits, but I'm very aware that I still have a little bit of a more desires in me, that feeding the hungry ghost inside in some way. Good morning, Jason. I'm grateful for you, Maria. What time is it where you are, Maria? I know that we've got Razor Blade in Australia, and I know that you are in Barcelona. I'm in San Diego, California, where it is 9:15 a.m. It is 6:15 p.m.? Yes, it must be. So wild. Is that right? Well, I am just glad that we can have this moment, whatever it is for you. I'm wearing a hat today because I did my roots last night. So I still have not yet put pink, but I have just a moment of blonde before I go back to my pink. I'm grateful for my neighbors that put out a bunch of great specimens of mother-in-law tongue plants. I picked up, they had a bunch of them out, and they were like in good shape. I mean, they were kind of no roots, just kind of raw out there. But I took, this is a small one, but I have quite a few that I picked up, because it's not my favorite plant, but it's my favorite easy to take care of plant, because you can put it in a room with almost no light and it still does okay. So like my bedroom doesn't get that much light, but I've got some of those plants in there. I actually kind of rotate them around, so the ones that don't get sun in that room, I will move them so that occasionally they get some sun. Victoria, the Hungry Ghost is not, I'm not sure where I first heard that, but definitely don't get credit for that name. Hardy, says Ruth about those plants. Exactly. Super hardy. I think unless you leave them outside in too much sun or water them too much, they can handle droughts. They're great. Minimal light. And I love the colors of them. They got yellow and striations. They're great. when I was telling that about my day to Lisa, who's in Santa Barbara right now, and I'm like, they had all these plants, and she goes, "Oh no!" I'm like, "Yeah." So I got like 4 new plants. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to get rid of some of your things so there was space for it. But hope you're cool with that. Good morning, Mingle. Thanks, Chris. Jason has gratitude for regionals that bring new friendships. I went to Coracle in North Carolina this past weekend and made new friends. So cool! I don't know when the next regional that I will be going to. I don't think I have plans to go to Love Burn in Florida. My relationship to Burns is still evolving and changing, and while I enjoy them immensely, it's not at the same depth of like pure enjoyment. There's the challenges are a little bit harder, and there's a lot of things that I used to like to do that I don't no longer do. So it's yeah. And I think also that as far as taking time off and energy, that I think that it would be a good idea to do a vacation, a non-social vacation with Lisa and go someplace. Which, by the way, on Friday, I'm grateful that I got to go to take Lisa to Balboa Park, the local park here, and show her this, the park that has been a part of my life growing up. It's really, really wonderful. And while there was such a beautiful moment when I was showing her, there's lots to see, so I'm like, and it looked like the rose garden wasn't fully going off, and so I basically said, that's the rose garden, I want to show you the succulent trail. And on the way back to the succulent trail, she goes, can we let's just smell one rose. I'm like, okay. And we ended up just spending like 20 minutes smelling rose after rose after rose, and it was so just nice to compare which were our favorites, and of course we both like the ones with the gradients on them, and we both know enough about which ones tend to be the strong smellers, and we're like, ooh, look at this one, it's light colored and it has a really strong smell. Ooh, how lovely. It was like going to a wine tasting, which I thought, we should come back and just come to the Rose Garden and spend like a long time and just really take our time with each of these exquisite scents. Joy said, I'm so grateful for how many plants you have around here, John. Even way, way back, so many other houses of early Hug Nation days. I actually was just, as I was moving files, I saw some videos from my, like 4 or 5 houses ago when I lived in North Park, and was noticing, there's one of the plants that I have now that has gone through a rough spot, and it was so much bigger and healthier back then, and just noticing all the greenery. Some people have, family photos with their dogs in them. My photos have plants in them. Jennifer was married in a rose garden. Oh, cool. Joey says, grateful for rose medicine. Which reminds me, actually, the first gift that Lisa gave me before I even asked her out. She gave me some rose oil. During the first weekend that we met. Chris says, I believe this is the best day ever. And with that, I think that is a perfect way for us to transition to a hug. So wherever you are in this moment, give yourself a big squeeze of gratitude and appreciation for the body you're in. Feel connected to everyone who is here in this moment, everyone who might tune in, and anyone who's ever tuned into this space, this Hug Nation space of gratitude and connection, recognizing that we are surrounded by vast communities of open-hearted, open-minded people. Let's be the ambassadors that can go through the world and remind people that it's not just okay, it is wonderful and helpful to be bright lights like that in the world. And you have no idea how those ripples will create ripples, will create ripples, will create ripples. So let's sink in together as we take a deep breath in and hug. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and you, thanks for being here for this Hug Nation Love Morning. Have a beautiful day or evening or perfect now moment. I love you.